Welcome back to the South edition of the Property Show. We're taking questions for all key destinations of South India. And we've got a question from Ram Prakash. He's joining us on the phone line. Mr. Ram Prakash, thanks so much for joining us on the Property Show. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, so I was basically looking for a 2 BHK flat, and I work for Hyderabad Metro near Uppal. And I wanted some recommendations because I was looking for a 2 BHK and with a joint loan with my wife.
All right, fair enough. So I'm going to toss across to Ashutosh first. Ashutosh, Uppal, Hyderabad, you know, it's surprising that how Hyderabad had become one of the markets which was getting ignored 2 years ago. Nobody wanted to buy there, and now we have so many Hyderabad questions. They're equaling Bangalore questions now.
Absolutely. I think Hyderabad, we will see much more traction and much more interest, not only from end users, but also from investors as well. I think his question is about how Uppal is a good location, and I think he works in Hyderabad Metro and his office is nearby Uppal. So I think that solves the basic question of work commute. And I think from that perspective, nothing can work better than Uppal as a location because it becomes that much convenient for him. Uppal as a location, I think, is underrated. Most of the times, the attention is on the western corridor of Hyderabad, which is high-tech city, Gachibowli, and the extensions of Jubilee Hills, etc. But on the eastern side, the Warangal highway side is equally good in terms of infrastructure. It has got good support of health, education and recreation facilities, and also it has got good linkages with so many government and defense related offices. So I think in Uppal he can buy a good property suiting his budget, because the property rates start as low as 2,800 rupees per square foot, and then he gets a lot of choice depending on topping up with amenities and facilities and the brand of developers to get a good property suiting his budget. Also, after Infosys built their campus on the same road ahead of Uppal, that corridor has got a little bit more attention, and the infrastructure, the transportation infrastructure has improved significantly. So I think for him, Uppal definitely will work well, and his work-home commute will be a lot more convenient, and Uppal will give him that kind of quality of life that he should be happily seeking about.
You know, and Ashutosh, I'm surprised, 9 months inventory overhang, which means that this is a really fast-moving market. Of course, there haven't been too many new project launches, but it seems like a mouth-watering market, 2,800 rupees per square foot. Inventory overhang of just 9 months, good connectivity, good roads. So all in all, this is a good market for you to be in. Here are some of the project recommendations which we've culled out. One is Srinivas Heights. This is by Apurupa Infrastructure, priced at just below 3,000 rupees per square feet. The project is spread on a 5.5 acres, and of course about 1.5 kilometers from Uppal Metro Station, which was one of your key recommendations or demands, I would say. Let's look at the other one. This is AV Info Pride by Arnav Vashishta. This is again priced very, very reasonably at 2,650. So even lower than the market average, which is 2,800. Completion date is 2015. So you almost ready to move in project. Let's tell you which the third project on our list of recommendations is for Uppal. This one is Akriti Township by Sai Pragati. And again, to be ready by 2015, price 2,400. I mean, this is really a good market to get some good steals in. And like Ashutosh said, once you've got a good property, the monies that you have, if you get a property at the right price, you can put it to such good use elsewhere as well. All right, so that is Uppal, Hyderabad, a market that we like, are positive on, and 3 recommendations in that market. All right, we've got Syed Muqaddar on the phone line with us. Syed, hi, go ahead. How can we help you?
Good evening, and first of all, thanks to NDTV, for producing this show, which is of great help to people like me, who don't have much information.
So, go ahead.
My question is with respect to, there's a project called SIS, South India Shelters. They have a project called Marrakesh in Chennai. Urapakkam is the area, and this is on the GST road. So I'm planning to book 1,050 square feet, a 2 BHK house in that project. So just wanted to know, and this would be purely an investment purpose. So just wanted to know that how is the project and what would be the growth prospects in the area.
Okay, Ashutosh, Urapakkam, actually Chennai has been one of the markets really affected by this slowdown. If I look at the annualized returns of Urapakkam, they've been less than sub 7%. What is it that will work for this market going forward?
I think what Chennai saw in the last few quarters is a lot of supply. Not that Chennai locations are inferior or not that the promise is not there. The potential is very much there. We all are sure about what those locations could turn into. But I think simply having too many projects launched at the same time put the situation to that extent of not giving handsome returns in the past. But Urapakkam as a location is a good one. GST Road is Chennai's automobile corridor. It is fairly well connected with large developments like Mahindra World City. You have the university campus there as well. And with the Chennai bypass, it is much better connected to the Chennai core. And the airport access is also now much better. On the other side, the southern suburbs of Chennai, typically the OMR corridor, that actually depends a lot on the OMR's IT activity, is also offering a lot of supply. So I think one has to look at a longer time horizon, and here Said is purely considering from an investment perspective. So I would advise him to buy now. That's fine because property prices are quite competitive, and I think he will get a very good property for under 3,500 rupees a square foot also if he searches his property well. But wait for 5 years. That is the time when the real appreciation or a two-digit appreciation kind of thing will start happening again. So next 2 to 3 years, please don't expect too much price appreciation, but it's good time to enter the market now because of the slowing sales and the supply on hand. You get good deals and stay invested for 5 years and then book your profits.
All right, fair enough. That's a very, very clear advice coming your way, Syed. And you'd send us one project which is SIS Marrakesh. Well, this one gets a go-ahead. It's conveniently located just 800 meters off GST Road, opposite to the chocolate factory. So good on the location front. And of course, you're buying it from the resale market and a decent price as well, with the project approved by all big leading lenders like SBI, HDFC, etc. We've got some more recommendations in case you want to have choices. And the first one that we have is, of course, Vaikuntham Phase 5 by Featherlight Developers. This one has all the amenities that you would look at. Price though is tad bit more. It's at 4,300 rupees per square foot. The third project that we've got on the list, in fact I would say second project on our list other than the one that we've given a go ahead to, is Marutham Classic by Marutham Developer. This one comes to you at the price that Ashutosh in fact has been speaking about, that you probably don't even need to cross a 4,000 rupees per square foot price in the Urapakkam market. This one actually comes to you sub 4,000 at 3,700 rupees per square foot. So Marutham Group has done a number of residential construction projects in Coimbatore, Puducherry, Trivandrum, Bangalore. So they've come with good recommendations. Those are the two that you can look at as well. Okay, speaking of Chennai, the overall residential markets have, like we said, remained lackluster over the last 1.5 years, and developers have slowed down new launches. But there were two regions that have been able to hold their head above water in the first 6 months of 2015, which are South and West Chennai, more than the rest. Why is it happening? Lakshmi Sivdas has the story.
He had the pick from all of Chennai's real estate market, including newer affordable areas in the north. But because 40-year-old consultant Surya Narayan was uncompromising on connectivity, he settled on the Metro Zone project in West Chennai for the best of both worlds.
From this place, for me to go to the rail station, it's 7 kilometers. For me to go to the airport, it's around 13-14 kilometers. My bus station is in the neighborhood, which is less than a kilometer away. The central markets, everything is in the thing. The metro lands less than 200 meters away from the main gate, 200-300 meters away. What else can you look for in a property?
It's not just Surya Narayan. Slow progress and planning on infrastructure in Chennai has made existing connectivity a key decision maker for prospective home buyers. A factor that is also one major reason why in an otherwise dull market, real estate in South and West Chennai is offering hope for revival. The two markets have recorded some of the highest launches in the city in the first half of 2015 and a rise in sales between 3 to 8%, fueled by newly completed infrastructure initiatives.
The ORR, the outer ring road, which connects the south and the north, it's a 62-kilometer stretch. The first 32 kilometers has been open. That's been a big driver in terms of infrastructure growth. And very recently, a couple of months back, Metro was launched. The small stretch from Coimbatore was launched in Chennai. So that's one another big driver for real estate growth.
The completion of these infrastructure initiatives have also given developers leeway to price products right. They are now able to launch projects in pockets like Punamalli, Ambattur and Pallavaram, once considered far-flung, at more affordable rates. 80% of homes being offered by developers in the West and 50% of homes being offered by them in South Market are today priced below 50 lakh rupees.
So the demands will continue to rise in South and in the West. Because that's where the growth is happening, lot of growth. Only now, see, even metro rail, only now they are talking about extending the metro rail to Moolakadai. These are adding some kind of connectivity, otherwise north was very difficult to access.
In addition to infrastructure investment, real estate experts feel that commercial development will also need to take place in North Chennai for it to compete with the South and West. For Lakshmi Shivdas in Chennai, Mrinali Fernandez.
So those are 7 key micro markets covered across South India. Ashutosh Limai, thank you very much for making the time to give our viewers straight from the heart and data-backed advice. We'll take a quick break, and on our way back, Citizen's Voice, we capture the nightmare of commuters who get stuck every day in one of the major traffic bottlenecks of the city, the Silk Board Junction in south of Bangalore, the most center of IT activity.